Hello, this is Randy at Quant 13 Macro. I want to do a video kind of where we are at this point in the year. We just closed out September, so let's just look. So members every day get access to the real-time results at the close of every day. This is kind of just, so these are our weekly stats. Our account's pretty much right at 100 grand. Just to know what we're working with here as far as scale. Here's our year, our weeks, our quarters, and our months. Here's some statistics. We're up 21.7 for the year. We're at a compound annual growth rate of 45% a year. Just to point some highlights. We've got a confidence interval for the long-term average of the system. We've got some correlations to SPY. If you follow my Twitter stream, you'll see this number, I guess, tweeted daily, even though it's called X. But that's important, really, to me, because, we don't want to be like the S&P 500. S&P 500 is an easy way to invest. It's very cheap. Anybody can do it. So the less we want to make absolute returns that are not correlated to the S&P. That's the long-term goal. Skew, we're pretty much zero, and so on. Here's our max drawdown we've had this year, our average drawdown and max drawdown days and average drawdown days. So we're running at a Sharpe of around 0.8. But I think it's going to get better. We made some changes to the model at the halfway year mark. So last quarter was the first benefit of it. So if you look at, here's a chart of our P&L, but if you look at this, it's broken down by quarters. So of course the fourth quarter just started, but if you look at the third quarter, we compounded annual growth rate for that quarter only at 139%, a Sharpe of 2.9. This is really important to us, the average down day. So as you can see, it's been decreasing all year. So that's important. We're believers in the money is not made on your up days. It's made on decreasing your down days. So that's the ultimate goal of the system, and the money will take care of itself. So that's just a highlight of results. So this is the sheet, going to be the sheet for Monday. This is just a high level look about what members get every day. Basically, we'll be getting out of long XOP and the short TLT position. We were short TLT. We'll be getting out of that on Monday. And I'm going to make a separate video for this, but this is basically, the members will be able to put their information in the blue areas, and they'll be able to construct their portfolio daily based on it. So the point of this video today was just kind of go through the market and just see where we're at. We'll start with Tesla. We only trade 8 ETFs and 2 stocks right now. So we're believers also in concentration. We want to focus on 10 tickers or less, so we know them really well, and we can have success by just, specializing. So if we start with Tesla, as you see, these 4 are in the bullish formation. It's in the bullish formation because where it stands on the rate of change bars, basically this is a rate of change bars that's sticking up above all the other bars. Tells you that there's buyers that were there that weren't here, there, or there. So I'm not going to get into that. Maybe I'll do a video. That's kind of the secret sauce of our model, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But come down, we tested it, we held it. So really this low right here is important for Tesla. If it were to close below that, then we would flip the formation from bullish to neutral, where these tickers are at. So Tesla's looking good. We have a bullish formation. It isn't quite a bullish price trend yet on our time frame. It would need to get above, well, actually, it would need to get above this high right here on Monday, and then it would flip. But that's all different components of the model. I'm just looking at a high level look at the markets right now. I'm not going to get into the details of the model at this point, but IBIT, which is Bitcoin, also kind of similar. There's a rate of change bar. There's a rate of change bar. It's holding this big mother bar. We would call this mother bar. So there's huge buyers below price. That means there's more than likely going to be a bullish formation. So it's looking good, but now that it's tested it, this low is what matters. Any close below this low, we'll be flipping the formation back to neutral. DJT, we're trading this because of the election. We just figured there'd be some volatility. We're only going to trade it to the long side. So we were not even in it through all of this, but now we are long DJT. As you could see on the sheet previous, it's not that big of a position, but we just wanted to be involved. So as you can see, it come down, price come down, tested this rate of change bar. Not quite this one, but this one's good enough. It's holding kind of the base of this mother bar. So we're going to keep this in bullish formation, but as the previous two, this low right here on October the 2nd is important to hold. We're long this unless it close below this, and then that'll probably get us out. SMH, similar to the previous ones also. It come down and tested this rate of change bar. It's holding this nice little rate of change bar, and it's holding this. I would say this is probably the mother bar of the area. So like I said, we're already long with semiconductors coming in to Monday, but we'll be getting even longer because it did flip the price trend. It needed to get above this one to flip the price trend in the model, and it did. It took that out. So, and that's a favorable volume bar right there. It's lower volume from the previous, and the model loves that too. China, all right, everybody knows what's going on in China. It had a huge week, really a huge 2 weeks or a week and a half. So if you come by this, the model, this is a bearish formation. You're like, how can it be a bearish formation when it's up? Well, the price trend is up. That's why even if it's bearish formation and we get kind of bearish volume, which this is, it's not, the model's not going to let us have a very big short position. We do have a short position. We've traded this actually pretty well. We were short on the open here, covered it here. Now we're short again here, and hopefully on Monday we get a big move down. I'm not going to go into why it's a bearish formation. Actually, it goes back into looking left over here. If you get on the higher time frames, there is a lot of resistance in this area. So the formation is bearish. The price trend is bullish. And Friday's volume bar, that's going to be slightly bearish. So we do have a small short position there in China, FXI. GDX has been frustrating. We were long up here, kind of got stopped out here. We got short here, and we're short here. This is our biggest short position, so we'll see. We think it can get, of course, this is bearish formation, the GDX, but we think it can get down here around the 36.15 level on GDX before we would really get out of our short position. As long as this holds, really the high of 40.76, 40.79, as long as we don't get a close above there, this will stay bearish formation. So once it's bearish formation, it stays there until there's a reason for it not to be bearish formation. And we just let the price trend and the volume bars dictate how big of a position we have in the model. Like I said, I'll get into the model later. It's not the point of this video. I know there'll be questions about that, but sorry, my cat knocked over my phone or my microphone. So, all right. So XLF, which is the financials. This was interesting. So we were short based on this right here. it come up against this volume, this rate of change bar. We were short, but you see, this is the wonderful thing about the model. Bam. This is a nice bar right here. This took out the high right here. We're now flipping to neutral. It also flipped the price trend to bullish. And this is as most bullish of a candle as you can get. So although the formation is not bullish, it's only neutral, we still will be having a half position. We'll be flipping from short to long financials on Monday. So it can happen that quick. But it is a neutral formation. Another neutral formation is XBI, really nothing here. We were short up here and we got to write it down. We've covered it just because it just really isn't doing anything. So we're going to let it make its move and then we'll do something. So this is an interesting market. So we were short here, we were long here, we were short here, and now we're neutral up in here. We were short. Well, the formation was bearish. The volume and the price trend really didn't let us get short, but with this bar right here, it turned it to neutral. So we were long Friday. We will be covering it on Monday because this is really, it's not a bullish volume bar, but it's definitely not bearish because it's lower volume. If we would have seen this red bar expand more and this volume, this red bar volume, be higher than this green bar volume, we would have gave it some bearish volume. So we'll be getting out of this, but this is an interesting market because we can't find any resistance up here. So technically this could go all the way to 163 without it really feeling any resistance. So interested to see. We'd like for it to come down, test this green bar, flip the formation to bullish, and then we'd be along for the ride. The last market, bonds, TLT, this has been interesting. So we were bullish, got stopped out. We were bullish here, got stopped out. Now it's neutral. This bar right here from the 3rd was a very bearish bar, so we got short yesterday, but the model doesn't like this bar, so we will be exiting our short on Monday. So this is kind of, but the interesting thing is it's going to be neutral until it can get down here to go bullish, or it can get up here to go bearish. So that's kind of a quick run through of where we're at right now in the model. Like I said, there'll be a lot of questions about why we do certain things, but you know, we'll get into that. I don't know how much I'm going to get into because I think this model is pretty unique. We do it a different way than, as you see, we don't have any moving averages, any Bollinger Bands. I've been down that route. Been doing this for 15 years, pretty much tried everything. So this is the way we do it. So if you're interested in Quant 13 Macro, come check us out, the 7-day trial. You get daily update sheets, and we're having a good year. Had a really good second quarter, so, or third quarter, sorry. Had a really good third quarter. So just come check us out. Do the 7-day trial. If you don't like it, cancel. That's fine. We don't edit videos or anything, so as you see where my cat knocked over my microphone, everybody's going to get to hear that. So we're traders. We're really not into the marketing thing. We're not really into the video thing. I just had some time this morning and thought I'd do a video. So hope everybody has a good week.